Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be working on our little butterfly envelope stack, or flippy floppy book as some people like to call it. It's getting quite highly decorated now. I think I've got a bit carried away last time with all the lace, well every time in fact, but there's only a couple of bits left to do, so I'll try not to go too mad with the lace and the butterflies and everything else, but we'll just carry on as we were and see how it goes. I do think I did a couple more things last time after the camera was turned off, and I'm trying to remember what I did. I think one other thing was the lace I put down this edge here. It was looking a bit floppy, so I have actually glued down the scallopy bits here, and I think that works fine. Not the bit right at the top, but I think these bits that looks better for being glued down. I think it's a bit neater, and I think I prefer it like that. And I think I did one other thing, but I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh yes, I put some little pearls down the middle of the butterfly here. I thought that just finished him off, and I like that. Just some little pink pearls. So that was it, that's all I did. So today we've just got these last couple of envelopes to decorate. So I think, where do I start? Oh, I know what I want to do. I think the first thing I want to do, I was finding that when I was opening and closing this keeps flapping open, and I wanted to find, I've been thinking how I might just get this just to hold closed while the book is being opened and closed. And then you can just undo it. And I was trying to think of whether I could put something here just to tuck it under, or here. And I couldn't find anything that I liked that would work. So I think the simplest thing would be to take some lace, some small lace, thin lace, and just tie it around into a bow. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've tried various other options, and I think I found this little bit of pink lace, and I thought, well, that'll go quite nicely. I'm hoping this will work. So my idea, sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. When I say this morning, it's not actually this morning, it's just gone 12, so it's really just this afternoon. I've been a really slow starter today. Not that unusual, but particularly slow today. So I am starting a little later than I normally would. But it doesn't matter because I'm on my own. Rich is out for a bit, so I just took my time this morning. Right, so I thought what I might do is if I could stick some lace there and on the corresponding another piece the other side, and then I can just perhaps put a little butterfly or flower or something just to cover up that join, and tie them in a bow around the front. That's the plan. I'm never sure how long I need to make these bits of or lace or whatever I'm using to tie bows, because I always give myself too much, just to make sure I've got enough to play with. But I think I'll just do that, oops, and then do another piece the same length. It's actually got a bit of stretch in it, this lace, which makes it a little bit easier, I think, to make a bow out of it, I think, hopefully, and to go round something. So I'll just cut that to roughly the same length. I'll probably trim it off afterwards anyway. And then, so what I'd like to do, just glue it under here like that and tie it. Probably way too long, but I can always use the trims for something else. I'd rather have too much. And then make sure I've got this the same way up. No, I've got that upside down. That way, and then that way. So let's just try gluing this on. Make sure it's roughly in the middle. And I think the best thing is going to be to use some Fabri-Tac to make sure it stays put. It'll have a little bit of pull on it, so I don't want it to. Now, I think I have to do it that way to make it fold around. That's right. I'm just going to glue it there. Just a little bit more Fabri-Tac, just to make sure I want a reasonable amount there. Then I'm going to cover it up with something. It'll probably just be a flower or a butterfly. That's the simplest thing. Okay. Now my concern is if I close it now, it's going to glue to the paper. So what can I cover it with to stop that happening? I've got my card here that I use for gluing, scraping. So I use that. And then I need this piece. Now I need to take this piece and wrap it around here. So I'll pop that on there. I'll have to worry about how I disguise all this afterwards, as long as I've got it nice and firmly attached. And then anything I pop on top of it will reinforce it. Oh, that's the only thing. Was I going to put some reinforcement along here in the way of lace? Probably not, it would seem. Okay, so I think we'll just have to leave that to dry. Let's just see how it will. Hopefully it lines up. Does it? This one looks a little high. I thought I'd lined it up, but it doesn't seem to be. Where are you? Okay. Well, it was lined up, and then it didn't seem to be very lined up when I tried to tie it. I don't know. Is this sticking out straight? That's the question. That may be the problem. I didn't have it straight. Okay, let's try that. Are we lined up now? No, we're not. Okay, let's get this off before it completely seals itself. Oh, now I've got glue everywhere. What's that doing there? Right. I'll try and get this glue off a little bit now. Okay, we'll try again. Can't use anything wet because it'll discolour the paper. That's a little scrape off afterwards when it's dry. So, okay, is this now straight? Right, let's try one more time. Make sure I've got the right end, because one of the ends will have a bit of glue on, I expect. I think it's this one. Feels a little bit stickier. Alright, let's try that now. Right. That's it. I'm going to leave that now. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to try and decorate this pocket here. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Now, I pulled out a few things. I don't know how they're going to look. Maybe more things to be added, but I did fancy putting this big green butterfly somewhere on here, possibly not right at the top. And it does have a little bit of pink here. This is from one of Tina's, from Shabby Dabby Doodah's. I think it's from her freebie kit that she did at Christmas, or maybe the Christmas before. I don't know when it was, but it was a freebie kit with lots of little ephemera pieces on, lots of butterflies and all sorts of things, a few labels. So it's really quite handy for this particular piece. And there's a variety of bits on there. I think one of these comes on it as well. So I've got this little label, it's a little oval label, which I thought I might tuck under there. There's a variety of bits and pieces here. I think that's from her ephemera kit. I'm just trying to layer up a little bit behind the butterfly, because it's quite a plain background, or plainish. It's not got a lot going on, so I thought I'd just add a few bits. That under there. Okay, and right, I'm going to close that blind again. Honestly, the blind goes up, the blind goes down, but it just makes it a bit difficult to see, doesn't it? I want as much light to come in as possible, but not so that it makes it difficult to see what's going on here. Right, so I've got that so far, and I've got some flowers as well, all from this free kit. If you go onto her website, she's got a spot where it says freebies. You get all these little bits. It's rather good. So those flowers are the freebie kit. These flowers are from another kit. These from her Mary Mary kit. It was one of the first I ever bought, I think, the Mary Mary kit. Flowers. So we're kind of building up. I'm wondering whether to put anything else on here. Got another little butterfly, but I don't know that doesn't really go. Got a whole load more flowers here. Another one of these. I think something like that looks quite nice. Just trying to think if I need a little bit of book page as well. That always enhances, doesn't it, and gives it a nice background. And this little bit of doily as well. I don't know if that's going to help. I might just have it lurking on my desk just in case. But I think maybe a bit of music would be quite nice. It's quite old, this, I think. Don't need quite as much of that. Okay, we're getting there. It's very close to this one. I know this one's looking like it doesn't belong. Right, let's just take these off a minute. Maybe that piece doesn't work there. Okay, got to try and somehow marry it in with this piece of lace, I think. So something like that, I think, might be all right. Bring this piece of music up a bit. And first of all I'm going to ink a few of these bits up, and then we'll see how it looks. So I've inked all these pieces up. I think inking this one up made it possible for me to bring it back in again, because they just define the edges and actually makes such a difference. Just inking these bits up, it makes them much more visible individually. So I'm going to pop that back in. It was a bit, it didn't really work before, but now it does. So I'm just going to glue these bottom layers first. That one can go there. Yep. And this one I think here. It's going to bring this one over a little bit, I think. Don't like them too lined up. I want this one just poking out a little bit more at the side. This green one. So that goes there. And then this one will go, oh no, this one next I think. That can pop under. I'll do it around that way. Under there. Like that. And then this one. Okay. Now let's get the butterfly in. I'm just going to pop that there, and then I think I'll put the flowers around. So I want the butterfly to be on the top, but I want some of these flowers to just tuck underneath a little bit. Put this one on next. There. And then these two little ones on the other corner. And there. And one something like that, tucked just under there. There we are. Okay, and now we've got our gorgeous green butterfly. Just about there, I think. I'm going to not use the glue stick for this one because I don't want it to lie completely flat. So I'm just going to do some of the arc glitter glue on this one, if I can get it to come out of its nozzle. Okay. think. I wonder if there's anything I might just catch it down there so that it holds that bit of ribbon in place. Just a little touch under here to make sure that joint is hidden. At the moment I'm not going to put anything down the middle because I'm just not sure that that won't just impede this envelope a bit. So that's, hopefully that's held that nicely in place now and hidden the join. Let's see how we're doing on the other side. Okay, right, let's just try tying this up. Let's hope it's worked. There we are. I might just trim them off a little bit. Still got to have enough to get hold of to do it up. So actually it wasn't far off. Okay, and that close like that. Oh, got a bit twisted. But because it's stretchy, I can hopefully just untwist it without undoing it. That's it. Okay, how's that going to work? It's a little bit of a bulk in the middle there, isn't it? Oh well. I think bulky is going to be the name of the game on this one. Right. So I'm just going to undo this. And I feel like this needs something here. I think it's going to need a little pocket. Little corner pocket like the one I did earlier. But first I need to put something here, don't I? So, but nothing too bulky. So let's have a look at what I've got in the way of butterflies that I can put in here. I don't think a cluster is going to be a good idea. I've got a green one. I've got a pink one. Oh no, that's no good. That's the wrong pink. I have got this slightly multicoloured one. Which actually brings in all the colours, doesn't it? I think I like that one. I might just pop that there. Now I'm going to have to stick it down properly because it's there to partly to help to hold down the lace, but also to and disguise it, but not to add bulk. And I want it to just be nice and firmly glued down. Hopefully, using the art glitter glue is still going to be strong enough. I think it is to hold it to the fabric. I probably should have used the Fabri-Tac, but I forgot. Let's give it a go, shall we, with this? Oh no, it mustn't be over the joint. I'll angle it the other way. Don't want to block the join, do we? So it'll be fine on this bit. Is it going to hold on this bit where I'm on the fabric? Let's hope so. If it starts to pop up, I'll pop some Fabri-Tac underneath it. Okay, I think that works there. Right, so that is now held in place. I'll tie that up again. Try not to make it too bulky a bow. Oop. Try that again. Okay. That's it. Okay. And we have that. This doesn't really need much, apart from I'm going to have some lace along here, I think. And I also want to reinforce this join with these two. So I think I'm going to start with that, reinforcing this. And I think what I'm going to use is a bit of the fabric that I used here. I'm going to use again, just for this join, just to keep it strong. And I've got a little piece here. I think it's just about the right size. I thought I was going to have to put a piece all the way along and this wasn't big enough, but then I realised I actually only need to cover that join with the other envelope. Otherwise it won't open, will it? I do the whole length, so that will probably be about right. Right, so I think I'm going to glue that on. And then see if it needs anything else. Ooh, how straight is this? Not as straight as I would have liked. I need to just straighten that up at the bottom here. Just notice it goes off course right at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to glue that side, I think. Slightly too much glue because I forgot it wasn't completely quite long enough. It's just a fraction too short, so a little bit too much glue, but it rubs off. That's the good thing about Fabri-Tac. Just have to remember that. It will rub off when it's dry. And, yep, it will wrap around there. Okay. Okay. And of course it needs a little piece of lace just to edge it, doesn't it? Nothing else for it. No, I think this might be too big. I only want a narrow piece. Yes, that's too wide. What was that for? Yep. What have we here? Oh, I like this. This is a nice one. Oop. Just along the edge. Just trim this little piece off the bottom. And then get this out of the way. And then do the same on the other side, I think. And it disguises if it's not entirely straight on this side, so the lace will just disguise that anyway, which is always a good thing. Okay. Okay, there we are, that piece is on. That just gives that little finishing touch. I think I might want a little something in this corner, not quite sure what yet. How are we doing? So, yep. Apart from, yeah, I'm going to put a piece of lace over this edge just because that, to me, that just gives it a finishing look, finishing touch. I know we've got a bit lace mad on this project, but that's how it goes. And actually that's going to look quite nice there. But I think I might, yeah, I'm going to glue it on this side, but I won't glue it down on the other side until I've decided what I'm going to put here, because I might either tuck it under the lace or put it over the lace and haven't decided. So I think for this one, because it's quite a fine lace, it's not as thick as the other one, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm going to use art glitter glue, is what I was trying to say. I've already cut this piece, so I chose this piece because I really like it, and I think that'll go nicely round. It's a nice one to go round the edge because it's like a double-sided one. And it's got a really pretty design. Wish I could remember where I got it from. I'm hoping I got it from Hobbycraft, because then I might be able to get some more. But I have a horrible feeling I did not. I don't know where it came from. Mind you, I don't have many places to get lace from, so if it wasn't Hobbycraft, it might have been a random find some way, but most of my lace tends to come from Hobbycraft just because I don't have many other places to get it from. So, but I have picked some up from, sometimes when I've been away, if I've been in a little vintage shop or in a haberdashery of some sort in another town. There are still the odd shop around that sells this kind of thing, so I may have picked it up there. Well, you know, one of them that I've been to. So that's really pretty. I love that. And you tuck it round, and it's just that little pretty edge, which I really like. So, and on the other side it looks really pretty. But I need something here, and that's the million-dollar question, is what am I going to put there? I was considering another cluster. This one. Is it too much? And if I pop it up there, in that case it would go over the top of the lace. Like that, and maybe up there like that. How would that look from the other side? Because this is right at the back. I can't decide whether I like these two lined up the way they are or not. That's my issue. Do I like it like that? I could have it right over this corner, so it's not so lined up. Try to hold it and flip it back to see what it looks like from the other side. Yeah, and then you've got this paper on the other side, which I'm not so keen on. But you can see, oh no, I might have to cover that with something. It makes it just too bulky, doesn't it? So maybe I won't have it sticking out. I'll just have to have it on here like that. Maybe poking out just a touch. No, not even poking out. Just in that corner, maybe. Let's see how that would look. And then you wouldn't see too much sticking out. And because it's on the back, it won't matter too much if it's a little bit on the bulky side. Because everything else is, isn't it? So maybe that's what I'll do, just that little finishing touch on that corner. Have that cluster there. Let me just have another look at my clusters in case there's one that isn't quite as bulky I could use. Because there's quite a few layers on this one. I may have gone a bit overboard on the layers. So there's this one, which is a different shape. How would that look? I've got to find something to go in the middle there. Maybe putting a wax seal isn't the best idea, just because it is a bit on the bulky side, isn't it? Maybe I need something different so it doesn't look like I've got these just lined up. I wonder about a little button maybe in the middle. Let's see if I can find something suitable. Right, so I've been looking through my, I think these are quite vintage buttons, some old buttons that I've got. And I picked out this green one, which is quite a vintagey looking one, but I wasn't sure about the colour. And I've gone through my other buttons, which are more modern, lots of bright colours, and I've got this one, which I think possibly goes a bit better, and it's quite a nice contrast to this on this background. I mean, that works pretty good as well. Wasn't sure. I thought I'd just try putting a piece of thread in this one, see how it looks. I haven't quite finished tying it yet. I've got quite a small supply of embroidery threads, but I thought this piece might work quite well. I could have gone for a much lighter colour, more of a cream, but I've gone for this just because that way it almost blends in with the green. I'm not sure if it's the right colour, but that's what I've gone for. And it would also work with the other piece, the other button as well. I'm just wondering, because it's quite a small one, that was what concerned me. It's a little bit small on this cluster, but actually I do quite like it on there, I think. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Let's just have one more look. And I never mind them that much if they haven't got a thread through them. Sometimes they almost look better without. Or with just, this is just upside down, just with, rather than the knot, I've got the straight bit on the middle just to fill it in, but I'd have to take that out and start again if I went with that way. I don't know. Just trying to decide. I just think this is a little bulky, this one. This one's a little flatter. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll go with that. Yeah, decision made. I'm just going to have to sort this out. Can you see? It has literally pushed the top off. It has billowed out so much, it's pushed the top off. I don't know. What am I going to do with this stuff? I had it upside down. I thought that worked, holding it upside down, stopping it doing this, but no, it does not. So I'll have to sort this out and come back. Right, I think I've cleared it up a bit now. Let's see if I can get it to actually work. Here we go. So I'll pop that on in the middle. That's just covering up that stapler that I've got in the middle there. And then I'm going to pop this on here. Oh, before I do that, I need to glue this down, don't I? Okay, let's quickly do that. Glue that down. Now we can put the cluster on there. Sorry about that noise, I have no idea what it is. Somebody out there's got a power tool going. They do love a power tool around here. If they're not digging up the road, then somebody's doing something in their back garden. Oh well. The joys of village life. There we are. Okay, so that's that. I do like that. And it makes a change from butterfly heaven. Okay, so I don't know if I want to put anything else on here. I think there can be a point when it seems a good idea to stop. This one might have reached that point, and this I like. And all I've needed to do really on here was put some lace. So I think we might even be done on the decorating. So I think it's enough. I've done lots. And I think it's time to stop. So I think I'll stop for this today, for this video. It's possibly a bit shorter than usual, but I want to come back and start doing, making journal cards and tags and things, I think in the next video. I'm hoping I'll get to do a video in time, but just as a warning, I'm coming up to quite a busy period in that we're away this immediate weekend, the one after you, well, the one you see this, should I say, when I'm going to schedule this to go up, I will already be in Norfolk for the weekend. So the weekend is often when I do some of my videos, so it may be that the following week, so next week's video might be delayed or even put back a week. I don't know how I'm going to fit them all in, because then again, the weekend after that, we've got a Hurricane Alyssa here for for a few days, or a couple of days. And again, I won't have a chance to do any videos. So what time I will have during the week to do my videos, I really don't know. It won't be because I hope it won't be because I'm not able to do the videos because of physical issues. It'll more just be time constraints, because I'm just going to be away and just not going to have much time. So I hope I'll be back next week with one of these, but if I'm not, please don't worry, I will be back with it. I've just got to try and find time to fit in my videos, that's all it is. So there may be a little gap in transmission for a week or so, but I will be back. I'll just see how it goes. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and bye for now.